Drawing and yap. So this is a video I wanted to post in hopes that it can become a sort of mini series on my channel where I attempt to draw different things. Emphasis on attempt to draw. The goal of this series being about expressing my thoughts and interests on random mediums that I wouldn't normally be able to do through my normal videos, and just have the added bonus of getting better at art, which is something I'm really passionate about and want to get better at. So let's get into this. Drawing 1. Ben 10. This series is just a childhood classic. I don't know if it's just nostalgia talking here or whether I'm just glazing, but I swear, if you're a 2000s or a 2010 kid, Ben 10 had to have made up a significant part of your childhood. This show was just so peak. The concept of itself was just so cool, especially as a kid, because you've never seen any other medium like it at this point. Just having a gadget being the Omnitrix turn you into a superpowered creature, like how can you not look at that and just think that's so sick? Just off rip, if I had to name my top 5 aliens, just no order, it would have to be Big Chill, Accelerate, Diamond Head, Forearms, and Ultimate Echo. Big Chill was so badass as a kid because first off, his design in Alien Force was insane because they had his wings at default look like a robe or a hooded figure kind of getup, which was similar to the Assassin's Creed cloak. You wouldn't even know what kind of alien Big Chill was until he uncloaked, revealing his massive wings, seeing the moth-like appearance. If his design wasn't cool enough, he also had some decently strong abilities, those being intangibility and frostbite. Like, what is not to love about this guy? Accelerate is just a fan favorite and probably the best high-speed alien in the Omnitrix. In the episode that he was first introduced, Ben used Accelerate to mess with a baseball game, and in his POV, it looked like time stopped as no one was really moving. Do you know how fast you have to move for everything else to look still? If this power feat wasn't enough, the design on top of it was just amazing. The details like the visor or mask that comes down when he's running, as well as how fast the balls on his feet start rotating and the sound it makes like a car engine revving, just little details like that are just what make Accelerate so dope. Diamond Head, another classic alien. What made him so interesting to me was how they try to turn something simple and use it in a unique way. On initial transformation, you just think, oh, his whole thing is that he's an alien made from diamond, the strongest material on Earth, and that's it. But they were able to do some pretty cool things. Diamond Head was able to manipulate his body so that his hand could turn into weapons like a blade or a mace. Not only that, similar to earthbending from the animated Avatar series, Diamond Head was able to summon and bend diamond from underneath him. Forearms, a personal favorite. Love the design and how Ben uses him in Classic. It's just such a simple alien. He's just shredded, got 4 arms, has monkey brain behavior, punch, smash, throw. Like, what more could you possibly want? Ultimate Echo. Ultimates as a concept was really dope as it meant getting upgraded designs of existing aliens we all know and love. Although in my opinion, most of the designs left a lot to be desired, however, I feel like there was one major exception, that being Echo. Ultimate Echo felt like a better upgraded form that showed what a true peak evolution of an alien species would look like. Ultimate Echo's abilities to throw out speakers and use them for attacking as well as defending or even trapping other people. It just added more versatility to the alien without compromising what the alien originally was, and it made this alien species that much more likable. The really impressive thing about the Ben 10 series is seeing Ben's overall character growth. In the classic series, we get to see Ben's goofiness and childlike nature in discovering this newfound power and how he chooses to use it, undertaking a basic level of responsibility that through the series he starts to learn and better understand. It's not until Alien Force and Ultimate Alien where we kind of get to see a more of a serious turn in the story, where it goes deeper into responsibility, what that actually means and looks like. We also get to see Ben kind of process and understand these complex emotions, not only with the people around him, but also with the aliens themselves. Because initially, Ben didn't really care too much or have the ability to understand and make a connection with his aliens, like knowing where they come from, why they may act the way they do, the feelings involved with transforming and becoming one of them. So these are the references that I took to help me draw this Ben 10 drawing, and these are the particular aspects that I took from each reference. And here is the result of drawing 1. Drawing 2. Naruto. This was my proper gateway into the anime medium, and in my opinion, Naruto is one of the greatest anime and manga out there to consume. Naruto is just one of those anime or manga that after you walk away from it, you become more than you currently are. I get that the issues people have with it being there are too many flashbacks and too much filler, but if you can just get over that, there is a lot to love and see. Also, hot take, I think the Naruto filler is banger. I look back fondly over it and just remember some of these funny random ass filler episodes, like the one time Naruto made ramen using a Rasengan. The filler allowed the audience to get a better idea of what the Naruto cast was like and how they would interact in different unusual scenarios that wouldn't make sense if it was in the main story, almost humanizing the cast in a sense. Watching Naruto was like being able to see the perspectives of different people's philosophies of how they live and approach life and seeing what some of the outcomes are. It's not trying to preach like there is one right answer or one specific path you should follow. It's more so about understanding these complex emotions you are feeling, whether it's these negative emotions of hatred, feeling like you're not being enough, the feeling of helplessness, really defining what's truly right and what's truly wrong. Just watching Naruto not only combat these emotions himself, but also help understand his fellow comrades' hardships are what make Naruto one of the best anime. The specific way that Kishimoto has portrayed this story element is just second to none. Another cool factor is the Will of Fire. The Will of Fire was originally kind of made up by Hashirama, the first Hokage, and its meaning was to cherish, believe in, and sacrifice to protect the village. But as the story progresses, this formal definition kind of changes as everyone has their own thing that they cherish and that they want to protect that resides in the village. Take for example Kakashi's first lesson. Those who don't follow the village's rules are considered scum, but those who don't value your comrades are considered worse than scum. He is willing to put the village in danger, abandon any mission if it means saving his comrades. If the Will of Fire itself wasn't impressive enough, the extent that these characters will go through to pass on and protect their will is something to be desired. They are out here dying, but they will stick and stand by their code, their Will of Fire. Lastly, I just wanted to talk about Kishimoto's art game, because damn, looking back on the manga and the art he drew, bro is just goated. Can we just appreciate the art style as a whole and the feeling you get from looking at the panels themselves? It really felt like every panel had a particular emotion to convey. The level of detail put in some of the more basic panels with his shadow clones are crazy. The lengths that he had gone to ensure that every Naruto clone had the same level of detail as the real Naruto. You can just see the love for manga and how much the series meant to him. And I think this was well received and reflected by the Naruto community itself. If you haven't read or you haven't watched Naruto's, please, I beg you, please watch Naruto. It is such a fun series to watch, and I guarantee there will be something that you take away from it that will change your life. So both of these images here are my references. The one on the left is what I mainly use for the drawing itself, and the one on the right is what I use for the colors. And here's how it turned out. If you made it to the end, thank you. Thank you for watching. And if you have any thoughts or anything you want to say, please leave it down in the comments. I'd love to see what thoughts you have. Thank you. See ya.